Consider following statements. The proportion of GDP contributed by agriculture declined significantly. Yes, it has been declined significantly. The industrial sector and service sector did observe the people working in the agriculture sector. Yes, some of them have been observed in this sector. So we go with both 1 and 2. The industrial sector, service sector did observe the some of the people working in the agriculture sector. Then the 87th question. The financial sector in India is controlled by the Ministry of Finance, Government of India. Only industries which are now reserved for the public sector are defense equipments. So the question should be better framed here. The financial sector means rather than financial sector, it must be a fiscal policy in India is majorly controlled by FinMin. Not only FinMin, with that comes various aspects also. The only industries now, no, we have come into railways also, we have been defense equipment, private players have now been infused. So not these, even in the private, only atomic energy is majorly deducted for this government aspect. Railways also there is a private player have been asked in. Defense also we have been infusing the private players to manufacture. So not so correct. So I think going by this, neither 1 nor 2, but the answer given for you I think is different. But going by the concept aspect, it would be better framed as fiscal policy. So it's controlled by the government. So only 1 I think so, since financial sector is given. So I give you as neither 1 or not 2. Don't think too much about with regard to options for this question. Understand the concept. So the question should be better framed here. This should be fiscal policy. Okay. If the financial sector is controlled by the Ministry of Finance, no, definitely no. There are other bodies which have been there which will play a role in that. So it may be neither 1 or 2 also. So this is the direct aspect. So when did the WTO came into aspect? So for instance, the IMF, right, World Bank. So World Bank general 1990 World WTO is in C4 A2, right, B3 D1. So this is the option. So I think this is what they have given for you. I think wrong answers may be there in your synopsis. It is the right one. So this is with regard to 88. It's a direct question based on the memory. LPG model of development introduced in 1991 in India. Right, privatization of the public sector undertakings by selling of part of the equity of PH to the public is known as disinvestment. Both are correct. We discussed disinvestment in the earlier question itself. So LPG reforms are introduced in 1991. Consider following statements about the Indian economy. It talks about India ranks 3rd when GDP is compared in terms of purchasing power parity. Yes, India is the 5th largest economy. India is the 5th largest economy in terms of nominal GDP. Yes, both are correct with regard to this. The 5th largest economy in terms of GDP. So consider following statements about 2011 census. 2011 census. So it talks about it was the 50th Indian census. Yes, Indian population increased from 1.21 billion increased to with the decadal growth of 17.7%. So then the overall sex ratio of the population is 940 females. 940 is not 940 females for every 1000 males maybe. This was the given. The number here should be 943. Actual scenario is 943 females for every 1000. So this is only which one? Only 1 and 2. 1 and 2, right? Yes. Which of the following statements is correct? He has given. So the whole sex, the sense of so 1 and 2 has to be correct. I think the answer given is what the answer they have given. C they have given. So 1 and 3 they have given. I think it's not. So first 2 statements are correct. This is not the correct. So 1 and 2 is correct. Consider following statements. India's industrial sector has maintained a high growth rate than China. No, definitely China is much more better than India. China's service sector has maintained high growth rate than India. No, service sector, India has a great potential. India is ahead of China on many human development indicators. No, none of the above statements is correct. So which of the following is invisibles in the BOP, right? So imports, exports, no. Tourism is the invisible sector here. Then which of the following always true? National income equals to per capita income. National income is greater than the per capita income. Then the national income is less than the per capita income. So which of the following statements is always true they have given? Say for instance, national income is nothing but total income of the country. Say for instance is 1000 and total population, mid population of the country. If the population of the country is 10, imagine. So if the population of the country is 10, so how much is equal? Per capita income will be 100. So total income is 1000 and per capita income will be 100. Just I am giving you the rough example. So which of the following is always true means, so national income is equals to the per capita income. So no, in that scenario national income need to be income to the per capita income, means entire income has to be generated by one person itself. So it is unlikely scenario. So national income is greater than the per capita income, it will be definitely greater than the per capita income. So whatever the total production of the goods and services of a country within the economy is always generally greater than what individually one can produce. So it is this. Then consider following statements with about the Indian workforce. Primary sector is the minor source of employment in India. Secondary sector provides employment to about 16% of the workforce. About 64% of the workers are in the service sector. So this is all with some facts and understanding. See, primary sector is the minor source. What they have given is the primary sector is the minor source of employment in India. Is not a minor, is a major source of employment, as they have more than around 45 to 50% of the population directly or indirectly related to the primary sector. Then second point, so second point majorly talks about secondary sector provides employment. Secondary sector provides employment of 16% and about 64% of the workforce. No, it's not wrong, it's wrong. So these two are wrong. Which of the is correct is the secondary sector. So options given is itself is wrong here. Secondary sector provides employment to 60%. So only 2 is correct. So option is not given here. You can change it to 2 only. So that is some of the answers. Key answers given is wrong here. Okay. Correct means which of the following statements is correct? Only 2 is correct. Make sure you change it. Which form of unemployment is common in rural India? So which of the following unemployment is common in the rural India is they have given. In rural India, what is the major occupation? It is the agriculture, right? In agriculture, we need to come across the disguised unemployment. Majorly for 1 acre of land, imagine whole family will come to work in that field. From the efficiency point of view, to work for 1 acre, imagine 2 to 3 people are enough. Okay, but they will come with 5 to 6 people. All are working from a overview of from the what we call from the employment point of view. We can say that they have been employed, but the efficiency is not provided by efficiency of that employee is not increased. Only 2 to 3 people are capable of working in are capable to provide efficient work in the 1 acre of land. On that same land, they are employing 5 people. 2 people or 2 or 3 people are more employed. That is what we understand with regard to the disguised unemployment. Okay. Consider following statements. Indian system of medicine includes Ayurveda, Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy. India spends 9.6% of GDP on the healthcare. No, it never spends 9.6%. Indian system of medicine includes these. So, okay. So, it also includes Ayurveda, Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy. Apart from that, even naturopathy. Going by specific words. So, neither one, neither two. The major drawbacks in India's industrial sector, okay, industrial sector performance is attributed to inefficient functioning of the public sector, limited government regulation. Inefficient functioning of public sector is limited government regulation, more government regulation was there. Now we are dismantling that scenario. The major drawback was excessive government regulation. So only one is correct. 98 A. So 99. Consider policy regarding 5-year plans. The major policy initiatives in agriculture sector were land reforms and green revolution. Policy initiatives in the industry raised its contribution to GDP. So which of the following statements are true? They have asked. Policy initiatives in the industrial sector definitely raised its contribution to the GDP in terms of labor law reforms, in terms of monopoly restrictive trade practices act, deregulation of industries. So all the initiatives taken in the industrial sector definitely increased its contribution to the GDP. And also the major policy initiatives in the agriculture is the land reforms and green revolution, apart from the farm related initiatives also. So we can say that both 1 and 2 are correct. In 1996 government choose, so it's more of actual oriented one. So which among the following does not belong to that list they have given? The first set of Navaratna includes IOC, BPCL, HPCL, ONGC, SAIL, IPCL, BHL, NTPC and VSNL. Okay, so which does not belong to that is the BSNL, right? So BSNL does not belong to that. So Navaratnas just is a factual aspect, which you need to remember. So these are the various questions which I have discussed. So